Yeah, I came to suddenly over Dominic Purcell basically. I made 2 movies with him this year, and then he asked me, because the director fell apart on his project suddenly with Ray Liotta, to take over the directing chair, and this is what I did.
Well, we got everything blocked off from Hillary to Clyde on the north side. Secret Service has finalized everything else all the way up to the laundromat. And get this, the mayor's gone ahead and organized a photo op.
I thought they didn't want any publicity.
Well, different departments want different things. Some White House rep thinks it's a good idea. Well, the president's gonna land, the mayor and Gail are gonna present him with a gift, a couple of photographs, and then the mayor moves on.
I mean, to shoot suddenly in 12 days was not easy. It's 100-page script, and what helped was that a lot played in the same house. But, for example, the basement in our house is not the basement we actually shot in. So we had different locations, even if the audience thinks everything plays in one house. But it was, in general, it's not easy to get enough coverage with so many different actors, so many different dialogue. In a 12-day shooting period, and especially if you have to commute every day to Squamish, what is like almost 100 kilometers away from Vancouver.
Okay.
I see. There he is.
Dad, stand back, you guys. Are you ready? Stand back. They're trying to kill the president!
Get away from the window!
I think the actors, there are some unusual choices in the movie, because Ray Liotta a lot of times plays the gangster or plays the anti-hero, and here he is the hero basically. You know, he's in love with the woman and he's a good guy, and but he has that secret that by accident he shot the husband from her in the war, and this comes out during the movie also, what makes it way more dramatic as it is already. And so I think Dominic Purcell as a psychopathic killer, this is an easy task for him. He's good at it, and Michael Paré plays a Secret Service guy and is also a bad guy. I think everybody, Tyron Leto as the other bad guy, they were totally different characters, but they're all together made it believable what they're doing, you know. And Don McKay as the father, Pete, who dies, and it's no, I think the casting was a pleasure for me to do, and I think every single mini part in the movie, we have Brandon Fletcher in and so on, is very good. So for me, that movie suddenly was the first movie after like 28 movies without Matthias Neumann, my DP, without my composer Jessica DeRoy, without my producer Dan Clark. So it was a totally new crew for me. It was not easy, but I tried to do everything handheld, 2 cameras rolling the whole time. We had only 12 days of shoot, like we had to move quickly. And so I basically grabbed the crew, even if they were all new for me, Brandon the camera guy and so on, and said, okay, you have to work in my style and you have to adjust to how I normally work. So, and I think they, in the end, very enjoyed it to move quickly.
You little shit! I know it's you, Pinch! Bastard.
Yeah, so it happened that on day 8 or 9 of the shoot, snow came down and the whole inner city from Squamish was white. And so also around the house we were shooting in most of the time. So we had to move scenes inside. They were written for outside, sidewalk or whatever, and then we shot it in the barbershop, in the coffee place, and not looking outside of the window. At the same time, we were able, and the editor Tony did a great job in basically showing from time to time that it was snowing. So it looks now in the movie that the snow progresses, like from the lunchtime to the evening when the president arrives town, you have basically snow slowly falling down, and in the end when the president comes in, it's all white.
Give you a ride home.
Hey!
Hey, whoa, whoa!
Take us to the house. Now.
Okay, don't shoot. Don't shoot, mister.
Yeah, in Squamish,
Don't shoot.
I think there were 2 days that were really tough for us in regards of action. The one was in the forest, where all was white, all was snow. We had like various chases in the forest to do, and the killing of the first guy, Ed Anders, who got choked to death from Dominic Purcell. And the second was in Squamish, in the city, where the president arrives and gets almost shot. To stage that, and it was like really, we shot in a very bad snowstorm, and the platform we built, it was very slippery and everything, and the Obama double, he asked for an upgrade to be a stunt actor then, because we shoot him in the arm and stuff like this. So it was a lot of things to consider, and not only the weather conditions made it very hard, and I also didn't want to have a huge crowd, because in that weather, who would really come out? You know, like normally when the president comes to town, everybody would be there, but it would be lunchtime and it would be sunny. Now somebody comes in the middle of the night in a snowstorm. But so I said, it's actually good for us to save some money. We had only like 50 extras or something around the platform. What would be also, I think, realistic under this weather conditions. Yeah, so the original Suddenly with Frank Sinatra and Sterling Hayden, Sinatra played the killer, Sterling Hayden the sheriff, was very different, and the subject matter was the same, but in the end, like, the president was supposed to come through with a train through the village, and then in the very end, the train just keeps going, and the president never gets out, and Frank Sinatra still gets killed. So, and I felt in our variation, we need to step up to this, so we had the president actually coming in and getting almost shot and so on. The script I got was the president is not getting shot at all, but I felt I want more drama, so we have to get like a near miss or something, that the president at least gets hurt and almost shot. So I tried to make it a little more dramatic.